And here comes our first vessel in on approach, and he missed on his first attempt. And he's going to leave the helm here for some reason. I feel like he's a little far off. Nope, he's right there on the dock now. And he steps off and is going to push the boat away with the step off, but he has the line, but the boat's completely sideways. He really needed to fix this one up a little better, and he's going to struggle now. With the way the wind and current's blowing, it's actually going to want to push that stern into the dock. Excuse me, not into the dock, into the ramp. Going to make this a difficult one for him to try and get this turned around. So he's got somebody, is there somebody, yeah, there's somebody else on the boat, so he's got somebody who could help him out. As Cap's just holding it up here. Oh, okay, so our guy who's getting off the boat is hobbling. So if he's hobbling, somehow he's probably injured himself during their boating adventure. And he's still going to pitch in and help out, though. But they got to be careful because they're pulling it forward. That stern's sliding back toward the ramp, not toward the dock. Really just need somebody to get in there and pop a little bit of reverse in this one. But yeah, you can see with the one sock situation here, something's happened. So they're trying to walk it up. It looks like Cap's trying to get it restarted. He does. Has to watch out with the guy in the water and the jet ski behind him. There we go. He's got out of the water. And our other guy's going to hobble back onto the boat. Better be careful. He's going to back this right up the ramp, man, and wind up hitting his prop on the concrete. And our guy's got his hands out trying to balance up front. I'm assuming he's actually up front trying to raise the stern a little bit so they've got a little more clearance. And there we go. Jet Ski Bro's going to jump in and try and help them out to get this around to the right direction. So he's helping push the stern around. He's trimmed that motor out. So we're done with the motor, it looks like, and we're going to let our guy from the jet ski go ahead and get them level on the dock. And here comes our next boat in, and man, I haven't seen one of these down here yet. This is an AMP boat. And it's one of those performance center consoles. I remember seeing these guys over at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. So they're going to try and go ahead and get this one brought in. It's a windy day. You can see the flags in the background here at Boynton, which is always a great indication. I love the shot we get here because you can always tell from those flags exactly what's going on. But the nice thing is, as a boater, when you pull in, you can look up at those flags and tell what's going on as well. So right here we see the wind is blowing right to left across our screen. So the easiest thing to do here would be go for a portside dock. But it appears our crew is going to go starboard. They go for the long distance launch on the line, and now the boat is gliding over toward the other dock anyway. I mean, right here, I would have just released that line and tossed it back to the boat and let them slide over there. But no, they're holding position here. That line's on the dock still. And he's trying to use power to bring it back over, but I think there's too much line out. Doing that, you're just going to miss the dock. So tosses, I mean, he's doing it in the right direction to try and get it back to the dock, so he knows what he's doing. I just don't know why we're trying to fight the wind. The best thing he could do is have this person on the dock, probably trying to pull the line in, but with him powering in reverse, it might be overpowering to them to try and do so. That's why they haven't, or just trying to get it on the cleat. So he's trying to get it back over. But where I always get confused on this one is, in boating, make your life easy. If the boat wants to go a certain direction, and you're able to let it go that direction, that's the way you want to go. So on this one, the easiest play is just go ahead and let the boat slide over to that other dock on a portside dock. So they're going to try and get a stern line, but they're going to be late to the game on getting that over there. And there we go. So a little forward, they'll probably have to release some tension on that line to make that work. And we finally get the stern line over as well. No, grab the stern line, pull it tight, pull the stern line tight. You need to get it back around, don't let it slide too far. And we got somebody coming off the bow, but they're late to the game on that one as well. And there we go. Saw the window of opportunity, winds up taking it, so they can come down here and try and help to get these lines right. But I agree in this one. Go ahead and get the stern, get it close to the dock, make it a little easier to work with. You probably do need to loosen, up that bow line to go ahead and give yourself a little slack and a little leeway. But that should be good enough. This crew has it at least over on this dock now. But again, you can see how hard that wind's blowing and how easy a dock it would have been to that port side. The only thing that's tough sometimes on that when it's this blowing this hard, you can't really control the pace you come in on that, and maybe they were trying to avoid that. So here goes our next crew, and man, my camera guys are trained for this one. If you come into the boat ramp and we notice your engine's trimmed up at all, that camera is going to you. You just wind up losing a little bit of grip on that prop. Even with it just trimmed up a little bit, it just doesn't perform the same. And it makes docking down here just that much more difficult. So they're backing up, trying to get themselves lined up correctly. Again, dealing with the same thing we witnessed. It is a very windy day down here at Boynton, and that makes things really difficult. So you got to use everything you got. If you find that your boat, when you're down there, is just not doing what you want to do, take a look back, make sure you're trimmed all the way down, if you can be trimmed all the way down. And now they're coming in a little hot. So I hope everybody's hanging on, because he's probably going to have to brake check this one. And he brake checks it, but once again, there's no real grip to brake check it because it's trimmed up so high. And one of the guys is able to get off onto the dock, but here we go. Now, the same thing we saw earlier with the Ant boat. The stern is kicking out on this one as well. So she goes for the toss, misses on the toss big time. And our guys went, gotta watch out for the boat behind him now. But our guy's trying to reverse. He's trying to use the power to bring it back over. But again, with it being trimmed up, it just doesn't have enough grip to catch and be able to do that. So our girl's still trying to get the line up there. And there we go. A couple people reach around trying to get it done. And I think he's got it. But man, once again, to show you the wind and current, how strong it is today, our guy is absolutely wrestling it to get it back over. But there we go. It finally breaks free, and they should be good to go from here. And speaking of good to go, I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.